Florida Home AC is brought to you by Farah and Farah Baptist Health and by TIAA Bank. Now, to get things started, here's JP Shadrick.
And welcome in. It's Jaguars postgame. Jaguars win it in Week 12 over the Baltimore Ravens in come-from-behind fashion. Jaguars 28, Ravens 27. The Jaguars are now 4-7 for the season. The Ravens fall to 7-4. Just your average 8 lead change afternoon at the bank. The Jaguars were down by 9 at one point in the second half, rallied back, stayed in the game, found a way at the end, and survived what would have been an NFL record 67-yard field goal. It fell just a few yards short of the crossbar, and the Jaguars get it done against the Ravens, Mike.
Wow, so many great performances today, none less so than Trevor Lawrence. So down the stretch, JP, we've been waiting for his signature game. And I've been saying, if he plays well, if he plays good, don't say he's played great, because he hasn't put great games out there. He's put efficient, good games out there. Today was a great game, in my opinion, by Trevor Lawrence. 321 yards, 3 passing touchdowns, and most importantly, answering the call twice in the fourth quarter when you had to have it. Down a couple of scores, go down, put it on the board. Defense gave up some plays, there's no doubt about it, but then Trevor comes right back down, no timeouts, gets the touchdown. His coach puts the ball in his hands for the 2-point conversion try, and fitting that Zay Jones is the one that caught the final meaningful pass. 11 receptions for 145 yards today for Zay.
No doubt. Fred Taylor is with us now, down from upstairs doing the in-stadium board show today. Fred, good to see you, first of all, and they found a way today.
Man, I got to catch my breath. It was a party up there. Oh, man, they are going crazy. But that's an amazing game. Man, the ball bounced their way. And I saw something somewhere I think we talked about in pregame about the lucky teams versus the unlucky teams in these close games. Today they were the lucky team. The ball bounced their way, man. But hats off to, as Mike was saying, Trevor Lawrence just standing in there, had an amazing game. And now we're starting to see the consistency from the quarterback position. I think in a few of these games, if the defense can close them out, those few comeback losses, the beautiful thing is the consistent play from the quarterback position will give you an opportunity to win.
We wanted them to stack them up, Fred, right? Coming out of the bye week, he had 2 good performances going in, and now I got to check. This may be his high or second high career passer rating. The Charger game was a pretty high one. I don't have it right in front of me at the second, but either way, Trevor Lawrence answered emphatically, and he did it without his guy, Travis Etienne, for most of the game today.
Let's go to the Jaguars locker room, and Bucky Brooks is standing by with a special guest. Bucky?
Guys, I'm here with Fourier. Fourier, big win. Defense stepped up. Just talk about the come-from-behind win today.
We had a chance to win it early. That's what I'm seeing. Getting a deep pass, crunch time, you got to be clean, be cleaner. Make them drive the field there if they're going to do it. Don't let that big chunk. But it was a good show of resiliency. A lot of times it was down in our red zone. We kept them out the end zone, and we knew it was going to be like that. They like to hold the ball and try to get your eyes, all sorts of places with that quarterback run, and we said it's going to be a physical game. So we came out, played physical, and played resilient. Fought all the way to the end and ended up got a win. We can always be cleaner, but in those type of games, it's going to be muddy. You got to fight to the end.
Yeah, what are the lessons y'all can take from that to help you going forward?
Crunch time, everybody just make sure we're clean. I ain't going to say what exactly happened on that last play, but or last drive, but we got to be cleaner, making sure all of our communication pre-snap is right, everybody's lined up right, and then play from there. I mean, when we were lined up right and we saw what they was doing, I think we played pretty good football, and we did that for a lot of the times. But like I'm saying, we got to win end of game. We won end of half there. Win end of game, we would have came out with the easier win, but we fought all the way to the end and got the win, so I'm happy.
Yeah, no, so one of the things that did stand out to me is it felt like you guys did a good job of keeping the ball in front. Mm-hmm. Didn't really have the big plays until the big explosive play down at the end. And then in the red zone, you were able to make them force field goals.
Right.
Was that the emphasis over the bye week to try and clean up some of that stuff?
Clean up we had a good red zone practice where we went over a lot of our rules and exactly how we're going to play stuff. Not exactly what the Ravens do, what we do. And when we see stuff, how we're going to play it. And I think that was good. I think we played fast because we, played a lot simpler and had, set rules on things and kept the ball in front and went down and tackled it.
Look, I would know it wasn't perfect, but it was a win, man. Go enjoy it with your team.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, that's Foye Oluokun. The Jaguars linebacker had 18 tackles in the game today, and that is a nice day at the office for the Jaguars defense. Just a few off what would have been the franchise record is 23 in a game, by the way, so really nice day for him. And you mentioned it right before that, Mike. It is a career best passer rating for the quarterback today.
Without Travis Etienne.
Yes. They
right?
did.
I mean, pregame. Did anybody say that they're going to win this game without a significant contribution from Travis Etienne? Now, Jermichael Hasty gave a fairly significant contribution, particularly in the passing game today. But regardless, Trevor Lawrence had his best game when you needed it the most coming out of the bye week, Fred. I don't know if it was self-scouting or what, but he was clicking today, completing a high percentage of his passes, and didn't even have his number one wide receiver really involved in the game much until the second half, but Zay Jones stepped up huge.
Yeah, Zay stepped up humongous for the team. But if you had said if the Jags were going to have 38 yards rushing today at an average of almost 2 yards a carry, no one in here would say they would have won the game.
Yeah.
We would have said the game wouldn't have even been close, because usually in blowouts you have to throw the ball, and thus you don't get those running stats. But, man, Trevor, wow, he just played an amazing game. I thought he made some really good decisions. The one bad play, I think, was the sack fumble, but obviously it was blindside, so he wasn't able to see that. But he stood in there, man, toughed it out, and made the plays that counted.
Think about it. On that second down, on that game-winning drive, what turned out to be the game-winning drive.
Doug, can you first start with just giving us some detail about what the locker room was like and the celebration post-game, please?
I mean, it's everything you kind of pictured. After a hard-fought game and you a 2-point conversion to win. I mean, it was exciting, electric. Guys were kind of beside themselves. But besides the excitement, the guys believe, right? I mean, I think that's the thing that I see is they believe in themselves. They believe in this team. And amongst all the excitement, that's what it means more to me, with these guys. But very excited, electric. These guys really deserve this one.
What went into the decision to go for it for the 2-pointer, and then can you describe sort of how Trevor and Zay executed that?
What do we got to lose? I mean, and this is something I told the staff during that last, 5 or 6 minutes of the game. It's like, we got to think players, not plays, and trust our guys. And, and that's what this game, our guys believe. They believe, and once we scored that touchdown at the end, that, they wanted to go for 2. It wasn't my decision. The players were like, let's go, and I got a lot of faith and trust in them, and just a well-executed play. It's the play we've had in our game plan pretty much every week, and we were able to pull it out. Great, Trevor today was lights out. He played extremely well. That throw, that catch for the 2-point was a thing of beauty. And, I think as a football team too, a win like this just, kind of heads us in the right direction.
A little bit earlier in that drive, Doug, 3rd and 22, 4th and 5, I believe it was. It feels like around here typically there would have been a lot of panic. Trevor looked like a veteran quarterback, and you didn't really sense any of that happening. What was your view of those 2 plays in particular?
I mean, you're exactly right. I mean, I think that's what you're seeing with our team is just the growth and the maturity. And again, it's just there's no panic with these guys. They believe in themselves. They understand that, we've put ourselves in a bit of a pickle there in those situations, but we also knew we had 4 downs, and the guys just they made plays, and that's kind of been the difference between, say, the first 10 and obviously this one here is just on and really all 3 phases. Guys making plays, on the field, and that's what it takes. I mean, was it a perfect game? No, by no means. That's a good football team that we played, playoff caliber team. My hat's off to them, and but our guys just kept fighting and believing.
Doug, congrats on the win first off, but what were the emotions like in that last 14 seconds? Was it like, did we leave too much time on the clock, and what was it feeling like when Tucker's ball was in the air at that last play?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you can't worry about the time. You're just trying to execute the 2-point conversion. But, we knew we were going to hard squib there. even the return, that's a big guy there that's returning that football. And listen, we know Tucker's a great kicker. The 50-yard line is about right. He crosses when they cross the 50, you can bank on 3 points, and that ball felt like it was up there for a long time, and just happy it was on our end.
Hey, Doug, just to be clear, were you planning on going for 2, after that last touchdown and the players just kind of said it as well, or did you really leave that up to them to make the decision?
I mean, we talked about it as a staff even before the drive, and I had my mind made up. I wanted to go for 2, but during that drive, even after the score, the offensive guys were like, "Coach, let's just finish this thing right here." And so I had my mind made up, but obviously, when the players have that much confidence in themselves and in us, and to go for it like that, you got to believe them, and you got to trust them, and they did a great job.
What does a game-winning drive like that do for a quarterback, a young quarterback who's still struggling to find the consistency you want and hasn't really had big-time moments like that?
It's a step in the right direction, and he's, I would say, these last three games or so, he's really, has done a really nice job with our system and our offense. And, even a game like today, it wasn't a perfect game, but, statistically speaking, I think he had a pretty good game and, took care of the football. But, he's heading in the right direction. And look, it's just one step in where we, want to go. Great team win today, and we can build on it and look forward to next week.
What's it say for your defense to stop them, keep them out of the end zone on 4 of 6 red zone possessions today?
It speaks volumes. I thought our defense really stepped up in the red zone today. Did a nice job there holding them to kicks. Obviously, they're a team that is electric running the football. Lamar's a tremendous guy. I just think our defense really did a nice job when they got down in there that, really just holding them to those field goals, I think could have been a different football game. If they score on 1 or 2 of those, possessions could be different, but defense did a nice job down there.
Could you talk a little bit about just the rhythm of Trevor's throws on that last drive? I mean, it wasn't just one throw. There was about maybe 5 on that drive where, they were not gimme putts.
I think sometimes it's the difference, what we see in Trevor and sometimes what the fan might see or what y'all might see. I mean, this guy, he throws an incredibly good football, and he's smart, and he sees the field, and he can make all the throws. And you're just seeing that. You're just seeing that execution with him and that maturity with him. And listen, he played a really good game today, and but his guys played a really good game. His O-line played a great game. His tight ends blocked, the backs, the receivers, everybody, on offense played a great game to help us win this one. Defense came up with some big critical turnovers and some stops like we talked about. So, it's a step in the right direction for Trevor. Excited for his growth, obviously, and this is a big one for all of us.
How big was Jermichael Hasty in relief of Travis Etienne today for you guys?
It was huge. Hats off to him. To come in there. And again, it wasn't a perfect game, but for him to run hard like he did, catch the ball like he did. Gosh, my hat's off for a guy that we just added to the roster at the beginning of the year to be in this position to help us win a game like this. My hat's off to him.
And any update on Travis Etienne?
Yeah, we didn't rule him out. We thought he could go. It is a medical. It's we gotta get more information tonight. And check him out. I mean, he was walking around the sideline. He felt fine, but I just don't want to risk it with him. Right now, and so it's just my decision to keep him out. But we'll check him out tonight and have probably a better update tomorrow.
Coach, you talked about players, not plays. Zay Jones, 11 for 145. I think that's one of the highest totals for a receiver on this team this year. Were you scheming him open, or as the game went on, or did he just keep making plays over and over again?
I think he just kept making plays. I mean, the game plans are, each week are to try to get our guys the football. Obviously, Zay's one of them, Christian's one of them, Marv, all those guys, and sometimes it's who has the hot hand, and Zay really played extremely well, and what a tough couple catches down the stretch, and obviously, none bigger than that 2-point conversion.
Go back to the defense, Doug. They held him in the red zone, but they bent, but they didn't break down the field, too. There was the midfield play there at the end of the half that set up the first touchdown. The third quarter, there was the one at the 5-yard line where they stopped Lamar and forced the field goal there. Can you just talk about the nature? They gave up some big yards, some big plays, but they rallied. What does that say about the way that this defense is playing?
They're coming together. They're believing in themselves, believing in the scheme, trusting each other, and that's what it takes. This thing is not you're not going to fix it in 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 ball games. It takes some time, and there were some explosive plays that we gave up, and we got to fix those and correct it. But for them not to panic either, and to really bow their neck in the red zone, and hold them to field goals, I think is huge. It's really I think to me it could be the difference in the football game, quite honestly. And so defensively, Mike's scheme and the coaches did a nice job, of game planning for Lamar and that offense. And, you're going to listen. You're not going to keep them down, right? I mean, they're an explosive offense, but yet when they get down in the red zone, our guys did a nice job of holding them to 3.
As a follow-up, did the simplicity that you talked about earlier this week, did that play a factor in some of that?
I think it can help. I think it can help just turn guys loose a little bit, let them play and use their strengths. Yeah.
Hey, Doug, sticking with the defense, can you talk a little bit about Chad Muma? You don't normally see a rookie helping guys get lined up, especially a guy who's making his first start. Were you pleased with what you saw from him today?
From the sideline, yeah. Obviously get a chance to watch the tape and watch it back and evaluate it. But I thought overall, yeah, did a nice job. You saw Foye kind of in and around some plays a little bit more, and a lot it goes to the point of simplicity. It just allows the guys to be free and play to their strengths. So. But from my vantage point, I thought Chad did some good things.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Thanks, Doug. Thank you.
Selling pickups for 45 straight years. Get to your local Ford store today. Proud sponsor of your Jacksonville Jaguars.
And we're back with breaking news. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan, so make sure you... Jim. Jim. We're on the air.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
I need to try it first.
Jaguars fans, here's a great way to pay with pride wherever you go. Exclusively from TIAA Bank, the Jacksonville Jaguars Visa debit card comes with a fierce look and fantastic features, along with the convenience to make purchases online or at millions of locations worldwide. And it's yours, free, when you open a Yield Pledge checking account. Order yours today. Visit TIAABank.com/JagsCard. TIAA Bank is a division of TIAA, FSB, member FDIC, and the official bank of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Welcome back. It's Jaguars Postgame presented by Florida Home AC. Call Florida Home AC today, official air conditioning partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jaguars over the Ravens 28-27. Jermichael Hasty had a big hand in the game today. The running back, 12 carries, 28 yards. But in the passing game, 5 targets, 5 catches, 67 yards, and a touchdown, and he's standing by with Bucky Brooks.
Hey, Jermichael, today was your day. You had an opportunity to play more. Role was expanded. Just talk about your effort today.
Yeah, man. Honestly, I just got to give, kudos to Trell, to the offensive line, to the guys out wide, making everything easy on each other. You know what I mean? So it was a great day for us.
Yeah, it was a great day. You had a couple great catches. The one down the sideline in the end, like coming down, Trevor. It didn't even look like you saw the ball was up in the air, and it dropped right in the breadbasket. Talk about that play, because that was a huge play for the Jags.
Right. We knew all week that we may have a chance at making that play, connect. So like you said, man, I looked up, 16 put it right on me, man, right on me. So just glad we was able to execute that.
Talk about 16. Franchise quarterback, number 1 overall pick. It finally looks like he's coming to his own. Talk about his performance today.
Right, man. Just his competitive spirit. Every time he comes into the huddle, you can feel it in the way he calls the plays. You can feel it in the way he goes through the cadence. I think so. I think it trickled down from him, to the rest of us. So, like I said, man, it was great.
So, for so long, we've lost a bunch of one-score games, but we finally get a comeback win. How can we build from this win going forward?
Right. I think just learning from it. Seeing what we did great, seeing what we did wrong. looking at it on film, evaluating it, and just keep moving and putting our best foot forward every single week.
Well, look, man, we're going to look forward to you building off this one. Maybe we can get another one next week.
Most definitely, man. That's the plan.
Let's do it.
For sure. Yes, sir.
Sounds like a good plan to me. That's Jermichael Hasty, Jaguars running back, with Bucky Brooks just outside the Jaguars locker room. Doug Pederson standing by after a Jaguars win over the Baltimore Ravens, 28-27, 8 lead changes in this game. And apparently, as Fred, as you said, it was a little wild up there after the game today, and rightly so. Long time coming. Well, we got to get Fred's microphone on for just a moment. All right, Fred, what you got?
It has been a long time coming, and that's what the fans stick around for. Right there, a game as close as that. And then at the very end, JP and Mike, we had to hold our breath because we know Tucker. He's certainly capable. I think he's made a
66.
I mean, in the game, but even in warm-ups, 68 plus.
Yeah.
So, even down to the last second, man, just an amazing game. And I think the fan base deserves that.
Yeah, I honestly thought it was good when he hit it. I mean, because you could tell it was going to be between the uprights on the attempt. And, he's got a massive leg. And, thankfully it just came up short. And, the decision to squib kick it, Fred, what do you feel about that? It burned a few seconds, but – man, it felt like you're setting them up where one pass, which is what they did, gave them an opportunity.
All right, head coach Doug Pederson is outside the Jaguars locker room with Bucky Brooks.
Oh, yes, Doug Pederson's right here taking all the advice in from my analyst. Doug, overall, how you feel about the win today?
Oh, my gosh. I heard a comment there about the fan base. I think this is great for the players. This is a tremendous team win. Offense, defense, special teams. Was it pretty? No. Was it perfect? No. But overall, I'm just excited for the guys. We found a way. We've been talking about this all year, players making plays, and this is what I told, the offensive staff there late in the game. I was like, guys, we got to think about players and not plays. And Marvin came up big. Obviously, Zay came up big. Christian had some big catches there towards the end. I mean, it was just Trevor. So Jermichael, it just overall, great performance by our team.
Yeah, great performance. What I love about this is post-game, I hear you talk about themes and things you want to work on. The one thing that looked like definitely had been worked on, defensively they played fast. It seemed like it was very simple. We didn't have many miscommunication errors. Was that an emphasis over the bye week?
It was. It was a way to kind of simplify just a little bit, maybe not have as many moving parts, with substitutions and personnel, and just really playing to the strengths of our players, right? Whether the D-line, the linebackers, and all that. And Mike did a great job with the scheme, the plan. They had a great week of preparation this week, and that can lead to victories like this. Are you going to win every game that way? No, you're not. But at the same time, I think there's an underlying theme there for us as coaches that sometimes keeping it simple, right, can go a long way.
So, and think about keeping it simple. It seemed like the game was very simple for number 16, Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence had one of his best days that we've seen in a Jaguar uniform. What turned on the light for him?
I think you go back to that Denver game in London, and I really think that interception on the goal line, one, it bothered him, and I really think he's matured since then, and really understanding, what we're asking of him. And look, we trust him as a staff. I trust him as a staff. I trust him to put him in those situations all the time. We work on these things. And so, a day like today that he's had, and really a day like he's had these last couple of games, is really a step in the right direction for Trevor, for our football team. Gives him a lot of confidence. But, he's thanking us for believing in him. Well, I think he's got to believe in himself first, and then we continue to trust him. We continue to put him in situations, to be successful, and he does a great job, of handling that, and protecting the football, and just a step in the right direction for him and his development.
I can't let you go without asking about a 2-point play. What went into the decision to go for 2 at that moment?
Before the drive started, couple of things. I asked the offensive staff on the headset, hey, we should go for 2 here. We should go for 2, win the game. And we all agreed, made the decision that, we score, let's go for 2. I looked at the 2-point calls that we had, and I wasn't necessarily thrilled to death of the 2-point calls that we had. But as the game and that drive went on, we had one play on our call sheet that was a tight red zone play. It was at the +5. It was really designed, for Zay, and then you can reset to work in the back half of the end zone and stuff. And it's when you think players and not plays, and putting our guys in situations that they know they have confidence in executing the play. What a great route! Trevor made a heck of a throw, unbelievable catch, in that situation, and on top of that, the players. When we scored the touchdown and the touchdown was upheld, they were the ones too that came and sort of solidified my decision to go for 2. They were like, let's go for it and let's win this game. And we had nothing to lose, honestly. And it was really good for us to figure out a way to win this football game in the fashion that we did. I challenged the team, when we came back from the bye, let's try to go on a 7-0 run, but you can't get to 7-0 if you don't get the first one. Yeah. And my hat's off to those guys in the locker room for doing that.
Well, look, man, there's been a lot of close losses. Enjoy the win, and let's see if we can get another one next week.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Cool.
All right, it's head coach Doug Pederson with Bucky Brooks outside the Jaguars locker room. Plenty more ahead. We'll come back with the highlights, more Mike Dempsey and Fred Taylor, also after a Jaguars victory over the Baltimore Ravens. 28-27, the final score. What a win for the Jaguars at home today. And this is Jaguars Postgame on Jaguars Radio.
Are your heating and cooling costs extremely high? Do you want to extend the lifespan of your heating and cooling system investment? If so, Florida Home Air Conditioning is ready to help you save some money. Schedule your annual AC or heating system tune-up today with Florida Home Air Conditioning for only $59. Florida Home Air Conditioning, official air conditioning partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Call 855-FLA-HOME.
License number CMC 1250399, CFC 1430664, EC 130-08557.
Committed to the team. Committed to the mission. At Navy Mutual, we're committed to providing high-quality life insurance to members of the military and their families. So our policies have no fine print and no military service restrictions. We don't work on commission. We're nonprofit, so we pass the savings along to our members. Because at Navy Mutual, our highest commitment is to you. Visit NavyMutual.org. Navy Mutual, insuring those who serve.
Hey Jaguars fans, are you ready to talk some trash? Well, nobody talks trash quite like Waste Pro, the official waste service and recycling partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Specializing in residential and commercial solid waste and recycling collection, processing, and disposal, Waste Pro is equipped to handle all your recycling and garbage removal needs. For service, call 904-731-7288. Waste Pro, caring for communities and caring for Jacksonville.
Headquartered in Jacksonville, Florida, CSI Companies partners with leading organizations across the country to deliver workforce solutions. As a proud sponsor of your Jacksonville Jaguars, CSI crafts personalized operations to fuel the success of businesses, both big and small. Whether it's finding the right talent for a job or seamlessly managing a project from start to finish, CSI has over 3 decades of experience in getting the job done. This is your Workforce Solutions Reimagined. Visit CSICompanies.com.
Restaurant Orsay is a bustling French-American bistro focusing on classic French techniques with their chefs incorporating a traditional Southern influence. Celebrate life's special moments or just relax and enjoy their daily happy hour, weekend brunch, and nightcap on Friday and Saturdays from 10 until midnight. Restaurant Orsay, located in historic Avondale, 3630 Park Street. Visit www.restaurantorsay.com.
How far should we go? When it comes to the health of children, we will stop at nothing, focusing on prevention as much as cures. Working with community leaders, educators, policymakers to make every child's world a place for them to thrive. Going to the nth degree and beyond. Nemours Children's Health, well beyond medicine. Join the journey at nemours.org/beyond.
Welcome back. It's Jaguars Postgame presented by Florida Home AC. And PRI Productions, the official event production company of the Jaguars, has everything you need to bring your next idea to life. Visit PRIProductions.com. Jaguars 28, Ravens 27. More from Fred and Mike coming up. Let's get to the highlights from today's game, called by Frank Frangie on the Jaguars radio network. Well, the Ravens got the early lead with a field goal from Justin Tucker of 27 yards. The Jags' red zone defense held up 3-0 Ravens. Well, their next possession, they got in the red zone again and stalled out. Tucker hit a 29-yard field goal. Ravens led 6-0. Jaguars on offense, and meanwhile, went for it on 4th and 1 at the 50. Their first possession didn't get it. Went 3 and out, had some issues. And the next drive, they got a stop on 4th and 1, actually a takeaway officially. Lamar Jackson fumbled on a sneak. Devon Hamilton recovered it. The Jaguars were set up at the 50-yard line, and just a few plays later, well, Trevor Lawrence found a running back for a score.
Trevor drops the throw, looks, fires downfield. That's Hasty along the right sideline. Jamal Hasty into the end zone, touchdown. Jermichael Hasty, touchdown. Jaguars from 28 yards out.
Extra point good, 7-6 Jaguars at that point. Next possession for the Ravens. Tucker hits from 55 yards away and gave the Ravens the lead at 9-7. The Jaguars counter, though, with a 12-play, 71-yard drive in just under 5 minutes. Riley Pederson from 22 yards gave the Jaguars a 10-9 lead going into halftime. So coming out of the halftime locker room, Jaguars had the football, did nothing with it, though. They go 3 and out. The Ravens get a 40-yard pass to the tight end Oliver on the next drive, and then Tucker again settles for a 24-yard field goal. The Jags' red zone defense played big today. That put Baltimore ahead 12-10 after a 5.5-minute drive. Jaguars 3 and out again. Ravens had to punt. Jaguars back on offense. They had a 3rd and 5. And there was a false start, so it made it 3rd and 9, and then Trevor Lawrence, trying to get out of trouble, creates some more.
Dropping the throws, Trevor. Looking, steps up. Wants to run. He gets hit from behind. The ball comes out. He was hit from behind, and he has fumbled the ball, and the Baltimore Ravens have recovered it. Trevor was hit from behind, trying to run it. The ball came out, and the Ravens have recovered Marcus Peters, and they have it at the 25-yard line of Jacksonville.
And the Ravens would cash it in. They thought Lamar Jackson touchdown run was overturned. And just a couple plays later, Gus Edwards in from a yard away. So 19-10, the Ravens in command by 2 possessions at that point, a 9-point lead. Jaguars go back on offense, though, and get down the field. Kirk had a nice couple of catches on that drive, and the Jaguars end up cashing it in. And it's Jamal Agnew with a score.
Trevor drops, fires right side. Jamal Agnew into the end zone, touchdown! A 1-yard touchdown pass from Trevor Lawrence to Jamal Agnew.
Extra point good. Jaguars back within 2, 19-17 at that point. And then back on offense for the Ravens. And you just heard from Andrew Wingard, a huge play to knock the ball free.
They run it. That's an off-tackle play. That ball's fumbled. The ball is fumbled, and Jacksonville has it. Tyson Campbell fell on top of it at the 16-yard line.
Andrew Wingard forced it. Campbell recovered it, set up a short field for the Jags, but they could only move 5 yards on 4 plays. Riley Pederson on that 4th play hit the field goal of 29 yards and gave the Jaguars the lead again at 20-19. The Ravens back on offense, and Deshaun Jackson got free down the field, 62 yards on a 2nd and 20 play. And, of course, there will be some conversation about that play, I'm sure, as the week goes along. They end up cashing it in just a few plays later to regain the lead again for the Ravens.
Play fake. They want to throw it. They fire it wide open as Josh Oliver. He is into the end zone. They were in an I formation. They ran a play fake, and they threw it to Josh Oliver for the touchdown.
12-yard score. The 2-point try good, so the Ravens up 27-20. Jaguars down by a touchdown with the football. They march down the field, 10 plays, 75 yards, and this is a fantastic throw from Trevor.
Trevor drops, fires toward the right corner of the end zone. That ball is caught for the touchdown in the right corner of the end zone. How good is that? Touchdown, Jacksonville, Marvin Jones Jr.
His ankle was down. It right foot tapped twice, but the ankle rolled over. They reviewed it. It is a touchdown. The 2-point try, though, to take the lead with only seconds to play. Doug Pederson rolling the dice.
Shotgun for Trevor. He drops. He looks. Fires left side of both. Caught! 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 Zay Jones catches it. The 2-point conversion is good. Jacksonville has taken the lead. How good is that?
It's pretty good. Jaguars led 28-27, and then the squib kick returned. Pretty decent setup spot for Baltimore. They only needed about 15 yards to get into realistic field position. They got about 10 yards on the next play, and it set up a 67-yard field goal attempt for Tucker. It would have been an NFL record long.
Tucker puts a foot to it. The 67-yard field goal is no good! No good! The Jaguars!
Awesome day. So, I mean, it was a lot of fun. It was an awesome team win. It was great.
Trevor, can you talk about digging out of the 3rd and 21 to start that game-winning drive, and then obviously the exclamation point at the end?
Yeah, rough start to that drive. Incompletion on first down. Kind of waste that 2-minute warning. You know, it's 2:02, 3-second play, incomplete. Your 2nd and 10 is like kind of a waste of a stopped clock. You know, basically a timeout. And then the next play, held the ball too long, tried to throw it away. Sack, fumble could have been bad. Our guys got on it. So, I mean, we're sitting there in 3rd and, 21. 3rd and 21. Not really where you want to be to start a 2-minute drive to go win the game. But just guys in the huddle, like never lost faith, you know, didn't flinch. Right back to the huddle, next play. It didn't really matter what happened. And just that belief that we have in one another. We've been on the wrong side of these a lot, and it's cool to see, even though that's happened a lot, that we still have never lost faith, always trusted one another, and it felt good to be on the other side of this one.
Trevor, could you just talk a little bit about the locker room celebration, just the euphoria of the way this game was won against a playoff opponent, and what that might do for the confidence of this team going forward?
Yeah, I mean, it was amazing. Obviously, it feels great. Like I said after the game, you know, you put in so much work, and to win the games like that, it's an awesome feeling. Nothing like it. I mean, it's super cool. And like I said, though, we've been on the other side, so we understand what that feels like too. And I think we're just appreciative of where we are, how far we've come, kind of what's in front of us still. And like we said, it's a new season once we got back from the bye week, and you can't win 7 games till you win 1. We had to start today, and obviously there was some adversity, and we had to battle through it, and we just found a way, and it was incredible.
Okay, when the play had ended, did you really, and the way you saw the throw go toward the end zone, did you really think that Marvin was going to get it, not only catch it, but get his feet down?
When I let it go?
Yeah.
You know, I knew I put it in a spot where he'd have a chance at it. Obviously, I mean, Marcus Peters is a great corner. You know, he's a great player. So, you know, you just put it up where Marvin can go make a play. That's a guy. I mean, we've made throws and catches like that for the past 2 years, countless times, whether it's in the games, in practice. Never to win the game like that, but it's the same thing. So you just put it up where he has a chance to go get it, and he made a great play.
Did you lobby to go for 2, or did you just wait for the coach's decision?
I was actually trying to figure out. We didn't know if they rolled it a touchdown. They rolled it a touchdown, but we didn't know if they were going to overturn it or not. So we were talking about our 2-point play, possibly talking about maybe kicking the PAT, and then we were also talking about if we didn't get it, what are our next plays at the end zone, because we only had, I think, 14 seconds left. So it's like a lot going on, and then they said we got it, and coach looked at me and said, we're going for 2, you know, and I wasn't sure before that what we were going to do, and just that trust that he has in us. And like I said, you know, we've been in that situation a lot and haven't always got it done, and just for him to keep trusting us, keep trusting me and our offense, it was big for us.
Trevor, talk about the last 14 seconds after you make that happen and take the lead. And, of course, you know, Tucker is maybe one of the most reliable players in all of the NFL. And what's the emotion like as you're watching that kick go through the air?
Yeah, not the guy you want kicking a last-second field goal on you, that's for sure. I thought, you know, obviously our defense did a good job getting the guy down as early as we could. Obviously, that's a tough situation. You can't give up a chunk play. But you also don't want to give up too many yards to give him a chance. And I thought they did a good job executing that. And thankfully, there wasn't enough time for them to run another play to possibly call a timeout and get more yards. So it was perfect. And I was a little nervous when before the kick, I didn't think he was going to make it, but then when it was up in the air, it was going. And it just kept carrying, and I was watching the goalpost to see which one crossed first. And, I don't know how short it was, but it was close. So a little nervous there.
With all the stops that they were making, your defense was making in the red zone today, talk about their performance and how much it make you have to want to win this more because of that.
That's just what good teams do, what great defenses do. They kept us in the game. If you go back and watch the game, and they kept us in it. We had I think we had 3 or 4 3-and-outs, weren't playing well in the third quarter. And they just kept holding, just field goals, hold them to field goals and keeping us in the game. And then finally we had an opportunity or finally put a successful drive together, early in the fourth quarter, went down and scored, got us back in it. And then I think right after that they had the fumble, So, fumble, we kick the field goal, take the lead. And then from there it's just, all right, we got the lead. We're going to do whatever we have to do to go win this thing. And then obviously they had that drive, went and scored, and we knew as an offense, defense has had our back all day. We got to go respond, and we got to be the ones to go win the game. And it was a good feeling to be able to do it.
Trevor, you've talked about maintaining your confidence throughout all of this, but when you do something like that, the way it unfolded, that's got to be a little bit of a boost for you. Yeah.
I guess so. It's yeah. It feels good. I'm really, really proud of this group. I'm proud of myself. We've been through a lot here in the past 2 years and just battled through the adversity, and it's a good feeling. But I've said it before. I'm the same guy. I've always been this guy, and I haven't always played my best every week, and that's going to happen sometimes. But I really love the direction that this offense, this team's heading, and we feel really good about who we are. And I'm the same guy. So.
Trevor, why do you think Zay was able to be as open as he was, and moreover, for him to catch that 2-point conversion, what did that mean to you into this offense?
Just, some of our best players making plays when you got to make them, and that's what it is. And Coach, like I said, Coach trusted us to go make the play. Obviously, either you win or you lose on that play, and he trusted us to go win the game. And a lot of teams, a lot of coaches would have kicked that, gone to overtime, and he made that decision to trust us and go win it. And I think knowing that, we're in the huddle like there's no doubt we're going to score right here or get the 2-point conversion. And, Zay ran a good route. He's the guy. We felt great about that play, kind of been cooking it up and just executed great. It was a great catch by him.
For you guys, one more from me. With Travis going down, if you could just kind of reflect on Jermichael, Snoop getting some more carries and what their performance said about their play.
Just guys being ready, asked to do a lot of different things. Obviously, going into each week where we're at now, you kind of expect Travis to get the bulk of the carries, and then something happens and he goes down early in the game, and those guys just being ready to play. Jermichael having the great touchdown catch early, made some big plays down the stretch, some tough runs. Snoop had some tough runs. Just guys being ready. That's what it takes. You're not always going to have all your guys. It's a physical game. Stuff's going to happen, and guys got to step up, and they were able to do that today, and really, really proud of them and our whole offense.
With Travis, he was running and doing some cutting late in the first half and in the second half. Doug said that he could have played, but he didn't want to risk it. Did you have an opportunity to talk with him, get any sense of how healthy he was?
Yeah, he looked okay. I don't want to speak on that because I'm not really sure. I haven't talked to him a lot after the games. We were all kind of celebrating, hanging out. I hadn't really talked to him, but I think he's feeling pretty good. I'm not really sure. Saw him on the sideline, and I just told him he'd be smart. Kind of like we talked about. We got the guys to get it done. Obviously, we need Travis. He's a great player and helps us, but at the same time, be smart. We need you for the long haul too. So.
I know a couple of the guys in the locker room were talking about, especially Christian mentioned Doug's post-game speech to you guys and talking about players versus plays. If you could just elaborate on that and what that kind of speaks to as far as Doug's confidence in you guys and what this team is about.
That's just, that's what the game comes down to. I've had a lot of coaches now, and the last 2 years, that's what you hear from everyone because it's true. It's about players, not plays. Everybody runs, for the most part, everybody runs the same plays. It's about players making plays when you have to make them, and it was cool to see how many different guys had to make plays today to give us a chance to win, especially on that last drive, whether it's Christian, Zay, Marv, Jermichael, whoever. It's a bunch of guys had to make plays to go win this game, and I think that gives us a lot of confidence moving forward.
Did you have a favorite throw today? One that stood out to you? Because it seemed like you had 7 or 8 that were.
Yeah, I mean, that one on 4th down, I think on the second to last drive to Zay on their sideline. That's a play that we've worked and weren't sure exactly what they were going to do coverage wise, and it's kind of a nuanced route, and we were just on the same page. Put it over top of the corner, and he made a great play, ran a great route, and put it in the right spot. So that was a cool one. Yeah. All right, thank you all.
The shoulder joint, persistent pain that intensifies with use, an inability to lift your arm over your head, or a tingling, burning sensation in the shoulder, elbow, or wrist. Waiting to see a doctor could make your injury worse. Baptist Health and Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute have innovative and effective treatment options available right now to relieve your pain and restore your mobility. Don't wait. Call 904-JOI-2000.
Decisions are a part of our everyday life. Whether you're building a football team or building your education, your success is built on the decisions you make. So choosing J-Tech as your career training destination should be a no-brainer. With small class sizes, dedicated instructors, job placement assistance, and financial aid available for those who qualify, J-Tech is praised as a good choice by our graduates. Learn how you can build your career the right way by visiting jtech.org for more information. Jaguars postgame presented by Florida Home AC. Call Florida Home AC today, official air conditioning partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. JP Shadrick, Mike Dempsey, Fred Taylor after a Jaguars win over the Ravens. 28-27, come from behind fashion a few times in this game. 8 lead changes throughout. What a day in the fourth quarter, especially for the Jags today to get it done. And they were trailing 19-10 early in the fourth, and they cut it to 19-17, took the lead on a Pederson field goal. And then the Ravens regained the lead by a touchdown. They got a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to make it a 7-point game. The Jaguars got a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to take the lead for good with about 14 seconds to play, and held off a 67-yard field goal try from Tucker that fell just a few yards short of the crossbar. Jaguars win it to improve to 4-7. Time now for the Jaguars Radio Network Player of the Game voting. I get a vote, Mike gets a vote, Fred gets a vote and a half to break any ties. There are a few candidates today, but there's not many stronger than Trevor Lawrence. Career best passer rating, efficient all day, 29-37, 321, 3 touchdowns, the game winner. Or the game, what could have been the game tire if they go for the extra point, but it ended up being the game-winning score on the 2-point throw as well. So, great day for the quarterback. That's my vote.
Yeah, I think we're all voting that way. We talked about it on the break a little bit. Some other guys that need to be recognized. Zay Jones was absurd today. 11 for 145, and he catches the 2-point conversion. On a lot of days, Zay Jones is going to be our player of the game. And Foye Oluokun with 18 tackles, 13 solos, 2 behind the line of scrimmage on a day you know that the linebackers are going to have to make a lot of plays. I thought it was outstanding in that department. So, I mean, look, but Trevor, Fred, in the end, it's not just the numbers. The numbers are great, and they're clean, right? There's no interceptions. He did have the fumble that he lost. He had the 2 fumbles, actually. But it's the moments. It's the fourth quarter moments. It's the throws he made. We're talking, like, we haven't even mentioned the throw to Agnew.
Right.
That touchdown to Agnew was a beautiful throw. And he had to have it. You put the ball in his hands with no timeouts, but you had plenty of time. This is the NFL, man. That's all day long. And he went bang, 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 bang down the field. Had a 4th down on the drive. Didn't freak out. Didn't panic. Right? They lose the fumble. Game's over, but they recover it. So it's 2nd and 21, I think, and they hit Kirk. Didn't try to get it all in one bite, and I thought Jeff Loggeman made a good point pointing that out in the post game as well. So, I mean, a lot of superlatives coming Trevor's way today.
No doubt, Trevor, big time. Obviously, my vote goes that way as well. Just want to say this is probably the most accurate passing I've seen Trevor display since he's been here. He put the ball where only those guys can catch. You mentioned the Agnew catch there, throw and catch, which I thought was a great ball. Even the 2-point conversion out in front of Zay led him to where he could only catch that. So big shout out to Trevor, man. His 4th career comeback. I think we'll see plenty more of those from him.
Let's hope so. Well, let's hope they blow people out and don't have to come back from behind in games.
Well, yeah,
that would be the better way to go
too.
about it. But if it has to come down to that, it's good to have that in your back pocket for sure. Jaguars get it done today, and the Jaguars Radio Network player of the game is quarterback Trevor Lawrence. Final line today, 29 of 37 passing, 321 through the air, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, 129.8 rating, a career high for him. And if you're looking for the MVP of the truck game, then look no further than Ford F-150, loaded with impressive capabilities and designed to dominate work, play, and everything in between. This truck makes tough look easy. Your local Ford dealer, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Baptist Health Injury Report when we return. All eyes on the running back position. And this is Jaguars Postgame on Jaguars Radio.
Are your heating and cooling costs extremely high? Do you want to extend the lifespan of your heating and cooling system investment? If so, Florida Home Air Conditioning is ready to help you save some money. Schedule your annual AC or heating system tune-up today with Florida Home Air Conditioning for only $59. Florida Home Air Conditioning, official air conditioning partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Call 855-FLA-HOME.
License number CMC 1250399, CFC 1430664, EC 130-08557.
Are you suffering from shoulder pain? If you have clicking and popping in the shoulder joint, persistent pain that intensifies with use, an inability to lift your arm over your head, or a tingling, burning sensation in the shoulder, elbow, or wrist, waiting to see a doctor could make your injury worse. Baptist Health and Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute have innovative and effective treatment options available right now to relieve your pain and restore your mobility. Don't wait. Call 904-JOI-2000.
Touchdown at Jaguars away games when you fly nonstop from Jacksonville International Airport. Join the Jaguars in D.C., Los Angeles. Watch them win in Philly, Indy, Detroit, Nashville, New York, and Houston. When you fly nonstop from Jax, on-airport parking will punt the stress from your travel itinerary. Garage facilities offer defensive coverage from the weather and are a 50-yard dash from the terminal. Economy parking is just $6 a day. To learn more about nonstop flights and on-airport parking, visit flyjax.com.
Headquartered in Jacksonville, Florida, CSI Companies partners with leading organizations across the country to deliver workforce solutions. As a proud sponsor of your Jacksonville Jaguars, CSI crafts personalized operations to fuel the success of businesses, both big and small. Whether it's finding the right talent for a job or seamlessly managing a project from start to finish, CSI has over 3 decades of experience in getting the job done. This is your Workforce Solutions Reimagined. Visit CSICompanies.com.
Brooks Rehabilitation has more than 50 years of experience serving the North Florida community with cutting-edge rehabilitation care, ranging from joint replacements, sports injuries, and balance issues, to traumatic brain injuries, spinal cord injuries, and strokes. Their highly trained clinical teams span across their system of care to include inpatient, outpatient, skilled nursing, assisted living and memory care, home health, and adaptive community programs. Learn more at brooksrehab.org. Brooks is proud to be the rehabilitation provider for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hi, I'm Chef Justin Timnary, Florida's culinary ambassador. If you've enjoyed preparing fresh from Florida recipes, then you're going to love the Fresh from Florida Club. As a member, you'll be able to search and save delicious recipes, create custom menus, and ask me your cooking questions. Each month, you'll also get a list of what's in season, so you can make your family the freshest meals possible. It's free and easy to sign up. And best of all, you'll be supporting Florida's farmers, ranchers, and fishermen. Join the club at followfreshfromflorida.com today.
This Jaguars postgame presented by Florida Home AC. JP Shadrick, Mike Dempsey, Fred Taylor after a Jaguars win over the Ravens. 28-27 the final score. And time for the Baptist Health Injury Report. Baptist Health changing healthcare for good. All eyes on the running back position. Travis Etienne Jr. was out of the game, actually was questionable to return, but did not return to the field with a foot injury, the same foot that he injured in preseason of last year. Doug Pederson, after the game to the media, said that they're just waiting on some more information, wanted to play it safe with him, and that Travis wanted to go back in, but he held him out more as a precaution more than anything. So that's at least a good tone from the head coach about what could be the issue with Travis.
Yeah, man, I get it. I understand also that that's usually the right thing to say as they further evaluate. You don't want to jump to any conclusions, considering he missed his entire rookie year with a foot injury. I think, though, that in a game as close as this one, if you really needed him and if he could have gone, he should have played. Mm-hmm. But Hasty, he was making a good show today, so maybe that allowed them to not rush and make a decision and was able to hold him out a bit longer.
Wish they'd use ETN in the passing game the way they use Hasty. Right. He was such a nice outlet today. What, he catch 5 or 6 balls and, put that in ETN's hands. He's more explosive. But look, again, Fred, you said it earlier. If you'd said all these different things, including ETN, is going to be out. They're going to run for 38 yards. Nobody's thinking they're going to win this football game. But the quarterback, it's a quarterback league. And we might just have a quarterback in Duval.
A franchise quarterback.
Exactly.
All right. I like that. There you have it, the injury report. We're back in a moment with our final thoughts, a preview of next week's game against the Detroit Lions. The Jaguars Game Day radio broadcast is brought to you by Five Star Credit Union. Do good, bank better. And it's Jaguars Postgame on the Jaguars Radio Network.
Jaguars fans, here's a great way to pay with pride wherever you go. Exclusively from TIAA Bank, the Jacksonville Jaguars Visa debit card comes with a fierce look and fantastic features, along with the convenience to make purchases online or at millions of locations worldwide. And it's yours, free, when you open a Yield Pledge checking account. Order yours today. Visit TIAABank.com/JagsCard. TIAA Bank is a division of TIAA, FSB, member FDIC, and the official bank of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
The holidays are coming, and your local Ford dealer is getting the celebration started with a Black Friday sales event. Hurry in for great deals on Ford trucks or SUVs, arriving in time for the holidays. Shop big this year in the Built Ford Tough Ford F-150 truck, or make sure you've got room for all your holiday shopping in a spacious Ford Explorer SUV with available cargo management system. Get your holidays started with Ford. Don't miss the Black Friday sales event going on now through November 30th at your local Ford dealer. Not all features may be available. Contact your dealer for more information.
At Farah and Farah, we represent people from all walks of life in matters involving personal injury cases. It doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter which neighborhood you call home, because everyone deserves justice, dignity, and respect. And remember, when it comes to compensation, you only get one shot. Make it count. Call Farah and Farah at 800-500-5555. Jacksonville.
You're beyond busy. Between work and the kids, the dogs and the cat, let us help. With Publix Delivery powered by Instacart, you'll get the items you need from the store you know. Just shop online, select the time you'd like your order delivered, and grocery shopping is done, giving you more time to take care of everything else.
Publix Delivery, powered by Instacart. Visit Publix.com/delivery to shop now. That's Publix.com/delivery. Item prices vary from in-store prices. Service fees may apply. Available in select zip codes. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Jaguars postgame presented by Florida Home AC. Call Florida Home AC today, official air conditioning partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. JP Shadrick, Mike Dempsey, and Fred Taylor. And the Jaguars get it done today over the Baltimore Ravens. Excuse me. All right, so
out of here
the 50-50 raffle today, Fred, was a big number today. Total jackpot, $38,542. The prize for the winner, half of that, $19,271 for the Jaguars Foundation 50-50 raffle. The ticket number, 257-301-4134. And, of course, each Thursday before a Sunday home game, the raffle will begin. Available at Jaguars5050.com, Jaguars5050.com. You can buy tickets there, and, of course, in the stadium on game day as well. Good luck. Congratulations. All right, the Jaguars win. The Titans lose today. The Bengals over the Titans 20-16, so Tennessee, first-place team in the division, now 7-4. The Jaguars, of course, got the win. That's good. Moving up a little bit, and now 6 games to go. This week, the Jaguars head to Detroit to face, all of a sudden, a pretty decent Lions team. They had a few wins in a row before going toe-to-toe on Thanksgiving with the Bills and falling just short, of course. What do you think about the Lions, Fred?
You know, we spent some time up there in training camp when we were doing the pivot training camp tour, just visiting with the head coach Dan and Brunel, Aaron Glenn. I think they got the most former players on their coaching staff up there in the entire NFL. But it's a fiery group, man. They're passionate, and it trickles down to the players. I think they play extremely hard. And it's not much letdown with that group. They have a really solid running game. Jared Goff, he's playing pretty well. I think last week, the receiver that was here, I can't think of his name.
DJ Chark.
DJ, he's off injury. He's trying to show up. So it's going to be a dogfight like it is each and every week. Jacksonville just has to go out there and play as hard as they played today and try to find a way to finish it out.
DJ can get one like Josh Oliver. As long as the Jags get the dub, I'm good with that. It's fine with me. I don't care what he gets. I do think, you wonder what the impact. I know that they're saying we're competitive every week. We believe we can run the table, all these things. But if you lose this one today, you're 3-8. You go up to Detroit. It's a long trip, and you wonder what the psyche of the team is going to be. Maybe it's still good and resilient, but now, they may have believed it anyway, but I think a lot of Duval now is going to have that belief going up there that, you should be able to beat the Lions if you're a decent team, but the Lions are playing better football. I don't think it'll be a cakewalk, but I think a lot more people are going to be picking them to win back-to-back games than would have picking them to beat Detroit if they had dropped this one.
Busy second half, certainly in the fourth quarter for the Jaguars today. They get it done, back-and-forth game. 8 lead changes. Jaguars win it 28-27 over the Baltimore Ravens. And, Fred, have a great week. We'll talk to you as we move along here and get ready for the Lions next week.
I'll be ready. Me and my tuk-tuk.
Your what?
It's tuk-tuk.
Oh, somebody spent some time overseas recently. Huh.
You crazy, man.
Unbelievable.
You crazy. That little thing will get you in trouble.
Yeah. We'll stay away from that. Fred, have a great week. We'll close with that. Have fun.
Appreciate you, boss.
Fred Taylor, pride of the Jaguars. Miss Mike Dempsey. I'm JP Shadrick. Linda Fortunato on the audio. Hey, we're back in a moment. For those on our flagship station, 1010XL in Jacksonville, stick around. The Scoreboard Show is next with Bucky Brooks and your calls. VP of Production, Patrick Cavanaugh. Executive Producer, Dave DeCandis. Joe Fortunato, Linda Fortunato, Tony Smith, our producers, Brent Reber, Trent Padilla, Gabby Dalton, David Cho produce our video. For Fred Taylor, Mike Dempsey, Bucky Brooks, and our entire crew, I'm JP Shadrick saying good night. Final score, Jaguars 28, Ravens 27 on the Jaguars Radio Network.
The Jaguars are future-focused. Welcome to the Jaguars Scoreboard Show. This is your chance, Jaguars fans, to sound off about today's game. The Jaguars Scoreboard Show is brought to you by Farah and Farah, Baptist Health, and by TIAA Bank. Now, waiting to hear from you. Here are Mike Dempsey, Bucky Brooks, and JP Shadrick.
Welcome in the Scoreboard Show. Jaguars win it 28-27 over the Baltimore Ravens. JP Shadrick, Mike Dempsey, Bucky Brooks, and your calls 355-NFL-1, 355-6351. Plenty to dissect in this one tonight. Jaguars with a back-and-forth ball game. Get it done. Doug Pederson goes for 2 at the end to take the lead and ultimately the win. Jaguars are now 4-7. Okay, and the Titans lost. So back 3 games in the division now from the lead and 6 games to go and 2 games against the Titans. So things are looking up. Bucky, how are you?
Yeah, things are looking up. It was a good win. Big win today. Maybe a little bit of a surprise in terms of how we played. But I think it's one where you can build off of the win. They had a good bye week. Obviously, it looked like that in their performance. And so now you hope they can replicate it with a good practice week and performance next weekend.
Yeah, and it's one of those things. You gave up some bad plays today, but we always talk about it. If you win the football game, you can go back to the drawing board. And, you heard Foye Luke, and they weren't going crazy after the game. He's like, look, we gave up some stuff down the stretch that I wasn't very happy about, particularly that Deshaun Jackson play. Bucky, I don't know how you get a safety and a linebacker covering one of the fastest guys that's ever laced them up in the National Football League, but they're able to overcome it, and that's the bottom line. Look, Trevor fumbled twice, lost one. You overcame it. You get the dub, you play big in the fourth quarter, and you can correct that in the film room next week.
Yeah, you can correct it. For the most part, the Jaguars' defensive style of play kind of fit how they needed to play in terms of simplifying everything. They didn't let the ball fly over the head until the Deshaun Jackson play. They tightened up in the red zone. They were winning in the red zone where they forced the Ravens to kick maybe 4 field goals. That's when anytime you force the opponent to kick field goals in the red zone, that's a win for the defense. And so that part of it was good. I think they matched the physicality and all that. Even though the Ravens had a ton of rushing yards, it didn't feel like it was a complete domination or mushing that we've seen the Ravens do on some teams. And so from that vantage point, it was good. And then the quarterback played lights out.
All right, there's plenty positive here. We've got a long time to get to that. Well, you mentioned the Deshaun Jackson play. What happened on the Deshaun Jackson 62-yard pass?
Well, see, I'm trying to figure out. I couldn't tell if the formation was 2x2 or 3x1, but they matched it up where they're playing a soft 2-deep zone. Chad Moom is responsible for running through the middle, which is a bad matchup if it's Deshaun Jackson running down the pipe. And the safeties were not where they're supposed to be. Moom was supposed to run up under him to force an elevated throw. There should have been a safety back deep to be on top of him, but we let one of the great in fact, he is the greatest big play threat in NFL history because of his 60-yard bombs. We let him go on a 60-yard bomb when everyone knew that they had to get a big play. It didn't make sense.
I think Randy Moss might have an argument there, but anyway,
court to the record book
in the conversation.
Stats
in terms of
lie.
those, yeah, but regardless, look, they gave up a big play, but they overcame it. Right? It's almost better that they kept having to answer. They scored 3 times in the fourth quarter, although that field goal didn't feel like it was the end of the world at that moment. But you get that, you get the touchdown, you get the next touchdown, you get the 2-point conversion, and off we go. Bucky, let me ask you, because you were kind of joking with Doug Pederson there as we were transitioning over to, you said, oh, you're listening to all the pundits here. Well, the thing I brought up was the squib kick right before we went to Doug. What did you think about the decision to squib it in that situation with that much time left?
I mean, there was a lot of time left. And if you're going to squib it, I would like better execution. I don't want them to get the ball at the 40-yard line because you are really a big dig or in-breaking route away from being in his range. And we saw it. They threw the check down. Luckily, they forced Oliver out of bounds when they did because another yard or two, he makes that. And we've seen him make it so often that, I probably would have just kicked it deep, tell him to kick it through the end zone, and take your chance on Lamar Jackson have to complete 2 passes and being in bounds and all that other stuff.
It worked out. Jaguars win it 28-27, 355 NFL 1, the number 355-6351. Your calls when we come back. Jags win over the Baltimore Ravens. And this is the Scoreboard Show on Jaguars Radio. Your pet means the world to you. So Pet Paradise created a slice of paradise just for them. Pet Paradise is your complete pet health care destination with resort-style day camp, overnight boarding, professional grooming, and compassionate veterinary care from New Day, all located under one roof. Pet Paradise has over 50 locations to serve pet fanatics like you nationwide. Book today at petparadise.com, the official pet care provider of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hey Jaguars fans, are you tired of being late to the game because you're stuck in traffic or circling the lot looking for a place to park? Well, join the thousands of other Jags fans who already know the smartest way to get to TIAA Bank Field is on the JTA Game Day Express. Shuttles run from 4 convenient locations around Jacksonville, including the Kings Avenue parking garage on the South Bank. Tickets start at just $10 and are available exclusively on the Token Transit mobile app. The JTA Game Day Express. It's like winning before the game even starts.
When it comes to water, choose our team, the winning team. Choose CGC Water Treatment. CGC Water Treatment works, and it works for DG too. Former Jags QB, David Garrard.
If you're not filtering your water, you are the filter.
don't be the filter. Discover the Kinetico difference.
Call CGC Water Treatment at 844-CGC-JAGS or visit cgcwater.com. CGC Water Treatment are proud partners of the Jacksonville Jaguars and your local independent Kinetico dealers.
Are you suffering from shoulder pain? If you have clicking and popping in the shoulder joint, persistent pain that intensifies with use, an inability to lift your arm over your head, or a tingling, burning sensation in the shoulder, elbow, or wrist, waiting to see a doctor could make your injury worse. Baptist Health and Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute have innovative and effective treatment options available right now to relieve your pain and restore your mobility. Don't wait. Call 904-JOI-2000.
Travel Camp RV, official RV dealer of the Jacksonville Jaguars, invites you to come shop their huge selection of inventory for your dream RV. With locations across the Southeast, you're sure to find them close by. Get value pricing on the top RV brands in the country, paired with the guaranteed best financing options available. You can also shop their inventory at travelcamp.com. Travel Camp RV has helped more families make more great memories in an RV since 1982. They're excited to add you to the Travel Camp RV family today.
Hi, I'm Chef Justin Timnery, Florida's culinary ambassador. If you've enjoyed preparing fresh from Florida recipes, then you're going to love the Fresh from Florida Club. As a member, you'll be able to search and save delicious recipes, create custom menus, and ask me your cooking questions. Each month, you'll also get a list of what's in season, so you can make your family the freshest meals possible. It's free and easy to sign up. And best of all, you'll be supporting Florida's farmers, ranchers, and fishermen. Join the club at followfreshfromflorida.com today.
The Jaguars Scoreboard Show. Scoreboard Show continues right now.
Welcome back. 355 NFL 1, the number 355-6351. After a Jaguars victory over the Baltimore Ravens, 28-27. Jags score a touchdown with 14 seconds to play and go for two and the lead, and they got it. 28-27, and then Tucker short on a 67-yard field goal try. It would have been the NFL record. He holds it at 66 yards. This one was about 3 yards short or so, 3 or 4 yards shy of the crossbar. Either way, hold your breath moment. And the Jaguars held on for the win today to improve to 4-7. Baltimore now 7-4. Let's get to the phone calls.
Let's get to it. And very appropriate with Bucky in studio here with us today, that our man Sakib will bat lead off on the south side. Sakib, good afternoon. How are you?
How are you, boys?
Good,
How
man.
do you think?
Good.
We're great.
Yeah.
My God. I want to yell so... I'm in Town Center right now, getting a bite to eat. I want to yell Duval County so bad. I'm at a gas station right now. I don't want people to think that I'm a crazy psycho guy.
I think you should do it.
That was a W, baby. That was an all-time. We haven't seen... As a Jaguar fan, we haven't seen that in a while. To come back win... I know we've seen one against the Raiders, but that was gutsy for our quarterback to go do that. Man, I got to give him all the credit. I've been down on him a little bit, like a lot of fans have, but the kid came out and played his you-know-what off today, and I'm so proud of our boys, man, to come and beat them at 7-3, they were record. Man, give it up to our boys, and let's go to Detroit and get another W. You guys have a good one. Do-wah, baby!
All right,
there it is. Yeah. Yeah, what a day. 29 of 37, 321 through the air, 3 touchdowns, the game-winning 2-point conversion. I mean, this guy was all over the place.
He's all over the place. We want to put C.J. Beathard in now?
I don't think so.
There's no more conversation.
I hope not.
The coolest Jets.
How crazy was that?
I mean, it was bananas. But what Trevor did is he showed the talent that has kind of had everyone kind of intoxicated over his potential. The throw to Jermichael Hasty down the boundary. I'm sitting right there, and the ball is up and out. Jermichael hasn't even looked, and he drops it right over the shoulder, perfect. The throw to Marvin Jones on, I thought they were going to clock it. They raise up and throw the touchdown in the back corner to Marvin Jones. And then the final one, to Zay Jones on a 2-point conversion, man, he fit that one in the mailbox. And so, look, his accuracy wanes and whatever, but there's no doubt that he makes big-time throws. And the confidence that he's beginning to display when he's driving the team, I think that's the biggest steps that he's taken in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, when he is on, though, the accuracy, Bucky, he's had 6 games now, 71% completion percentage or better. The other 5 are below 60, right? Yeah. So there's no middle ground with Trevor, but we'll keep stacking up some of those plus 70s. Sakib, thank you for the call. 355-NFL-1. Dave in Riverside is next up here on the Scoreboard Show with Bucky Brooks. Go ahead, Dave.
What's up, guys? Did you hear what Christian Kirk said? He said,
what'd he say?
We may have to face these guys again.
I love it.
You know what that means? We said, what the F, and let's run the table, baby.
What the football, I'm sure.
Right, that's what he meant.
What the football's going on here? I love it.
I love that. Yeah, a little confidence now.
Well, he not only said it, but Doug they talked to the team about making a run going 7-0 after the bye week. But he said you can't win 7 straight until you win the first one, and they have to put it together. So they definitely are viewing the playoffs as a realistic possibility, but they know they have to do the work. And so we'll see. But, yeah, I certainly had my ears perk up when I heard Christian say, we may have to play them again. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, you mean this year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
We get where you're going.
All right. Okay, whatever you say.
All right, let's take one more here on this side. Out to Santa Maria, California. Pierre is back on the Scoreboard Show. Hello, Pierre.
Hello.
What's up? You're on the air.
Feels great, man. Feels great to get a W. And, towards the end, we still got to clean it up because that play to Mr. Deshaun Jackson was scary. But the decision to kick it, I still don't understand because a couple more yards, man, it could be a whole different ball game. But, Tennessee, they did lose today. And we still have hope. We still got a chance. I mean, we got to be patient with Mr. Trevor Lawrence. He's doing a great job. You're seeing this guy grow up. He was hard on him with times. It's hard, but he came through when we needed him to come through. And big Duval. And I'm off there.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Yeah.
All right.
Slow start, like the Jags, but Pierre built up to
it. Yeah, he finished strong. He finished strong because
he got it done.
He was lulling me to sleep. It was a little lullaby.
Pretty good fourth quarter. Yeah.
What's up, guys?
So overall, the victory is solid. And I know everyone is worried about a couple of things. They're worried about the big play to Deshaun Jackson that you certainly got to clean up. And everyone's worried about the squib kick or the decision to squib right then. If you're fearful, because remember, they had a Pro Bowl / All-Pro kick returner back there, you don't want to give him an opportunity, particularly coming on the heels of the New England Patriots and the New York Jets, where they punched one right down the middle of the field and he takes it all the way back. So, there's some trepidation about letting him get his hands on it. Unfortunately, he pushed it a little too far out, 40-yard line. They just got to do a better job of executing the play. In theory, it was great. The execution was flawed.
We're back in a moment. More of your calls ahead. 355-NFL-1, the number 355-6351. Jaguars win it over the Ravens 28-27. This is the Scoreboard Show on Jaguars Radio.
You're beyond busy. Between work and the kids, the dogs and the cat, let us help. With Publix Delivery powered by Instacart, you'll get the items you need from the store you know. Just shop online, select the time you'd like your order delivered, and grocery shopping is done, giving you more time to take care of everything else.
Publix Delivery, powered by Instacart. Visit Publix.com/delivery to shop now. That's Publix.com/delivery. Item prices vary from in-store prices. Service fees may apply. Available in select zip codes. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Are you suffering from shoulder pain? If you have clicking and popping in the shoulder joint, persistent pain that intensifies with use, an inability to lift your arm over your head, or a tingling, burning sensation in the shoulder, elbow, or wrist, waiting to see a doctor could make your injury worse. Baptist Health and Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute have innovative and effective treatment options available right now to relieve your pain and restore your mobility. Don't wait. Call 904-JOI-2000.
At Tropical Smoothie Cafe, one taste and you're feeling good now, smiling wider now, seeing brighter now, bucket dunking now, namasteing now, popping a wheelie now, living lighter now. You're on Tropic Time now. And on Mondays, try our Jaguars Duval Delight Smoothies for $2.99. And you're roaring louder now, end zone dancing now, sipping spirit now. You're on Tropic Time now at Tropical Smoothie Cafe.
Your hometown gate now has more ways to save. Introducing My Gate Rewards, a new loyalty program with member-exclusive savings and fuel discounts. Earn points on in-store purchases, take advantage of special offers, and save on products you love. Score free coffee, fountain drinks, pizza, and soft serve with Gates frequent shopper clubs. Then use your points on savings at the pump. Download the My Gate Rewards app in the App Store today or ask a store associate for more information. Go from good to Gate.
Touchdown at Jaguars away games when you fly nonstop from Jacksonville International Airport. Join the Jaguars in D.C., Los Angeles. Watch them win in Philly, Indy, Detroit, Nashville, New York, and Houston. When you fly nonstop from Jax, on airport parking will punt the stress from your travel itinerary. Garage facilities offer defensive coverage from the weather and are a 50-yard dash from the terminal. Economy parking is just $6 a day. To learn more about nonstop flights and on-airport parking, visit flyjax.com.
And we're back with breaking news. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan, so make sure you... Jim. Jim. We're on the air.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
I need to try it first.
The Jaguars Scoreboard Show. Scoreboard Show continues right now.
Welcome back, JP Shadrick, Mike Dempsey, Bucky Brooks, 355 NFL1, the number, 355-6351. Jaguars win. 28-27, the final victory over the Ravens today to improve to 4-7. Our final few minutes with Bucky Brooks before he gets out of here. Let's get back to the phone line.
Let's do it. We go out to Orange Park, and Richard is waiting to come on with Bucky Brooks. Hi, Richard.
Richard, you're on the air. All right.
Richard's listening to his radio right now. Mary in Mandarin next up here on the Scoreboard Show. Hi, Mary.
Hi, Mike. Thanks for taking my call. This was the first game I went to this year, and what a game it was. Oh, my God. It was so great, and I'm so glad I got to go. And I was so proud of them and all that they did and fought back. And it was so great. And I don't even know what to say except that I'm happy for them. And now, maybe if we keep on doing this, it probably gave them some positivity to go forward and know that they can do it. So maybe we'll get to those playoffs. Who knows?
Well, Mary, I mean, you know what this means. You have to come to every home game now, right? I mean,
I know. I guess I will, as a matter of fact.
And stay to the very end, please.
I have to buy tickets to every one, so that must be it. So I will do that.
All right, Mary. Thank you.
What a game to start with.
It is interesting, though. Like, you go into this game, I think probably Jaguar fans think they have a puncher's chance in this game. It's not like the Ravens played great football last time out against Carolina. It's 3-3 in the fourth quarter, for goodness sakes. But you're probably not necessarily expecting the win, at least the majority. And you go from that to this is what one good performance like this clutch, thrilling performance does to energize a fan base. Now you got people calling in whether how realistic it is. Well, guess what? They're not out of it, but now everyone's wanting to use the P word, Bucky, and I love it. You know, these fans need to feel good about something.
Yeah, no. I think it's sent a shot of energy not only through the crowd but through the team in the locker room. Remember, this team has lost a ton of one-score games where they haven't been able to finish, and so to finally catch the Ravens and to win in, I would say, dramatic fashion, I think it certainly boosts the confidence. But also understand this, we talked about it on the Huddle Up Pod, the Ravens are going to allow you to stay in the game because of the way they play. They are Princeton. It's a half-court basketball game, and if they're up by a touchdown, it seems like 2 touchdowns just because they dominate possession of the ball. And so they kept the Jags in it. The Jags made enough plays, even though the third quarter, I mean, they only had, 10 offensive plays? Like they couldn't
didn't have the ball.
Didn't have the ball. And so it took a while for them to get on track. But when they did, they finally got it rolling. And so it was a great performance by the quarterback.
Jags became the first team this season to not trail Baltimore by double digits in the game that they played. They had led every game by double digits at some point, even the ones they lost.
Oh, wow.
So
nine
they did get them by 9.
Today,
They're up by 9, but didn't fall behind by double digits. So they played them as tough as anybody. Samantha in Orange Park next in with Bucky Brooks on the Scoreboard Show.
Nope.
Or is she not?
Apparently not.
Right now, dropping off the line. So
that happens. All right, so 355-NFL-1, the number 355-6351. Jaguars get a win over the Baltimore Ravens. All right, Bucky, we mentioned it in the pregame today. Your high school football team, champions in Los Angeles.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Head coach, right?
Buck said he's going to order the biggest ring he can get.
Oh, Liberace. You have no idea. So insane. So insane. That's what you do. You tell kids crazy stuff if you want to motivate them. I told them they won the city championship, which hadn't been done since '87. I told them you win the city and the state will get two rings. Two. You one for the city, one for what? That's what we do. Get big. Get big. Elway has the funds to pay for it.
I was about to say, deep pockets out there, huh?
We'll knock on John Elway's door and see if we can get him to fund some of this stuff. Make sure it happens.
Hey, John, it's me, Bucky. I promised that you would buy all these rings.
Oh, yeah. Look, the dude already dropped 50 large on helmets and shoulder pads.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
Couple on some rings.
Are you calling out for assistance right now? Is that what you're doing? Hey, John, just a heads up.
He can get APB on all of it, like text, social. Hey, man, rings and things. We need them. Like that's what you have to have. Like ultimately, you want a cigar box full of rings that you can kind of pull out the collection.
What was the final score of the championship?
Final score of the championship was 44-7. My star running back, DeJon Stanley, who also plays quarterback, went for 336, 360,
wow.
25 carries.
All right. Pretty good day.
Pretty good day. Secretariat. We're going to ride them all the way in.
Yeah, and win by about 28 lengths.
Ride them all the way in.
I like that. All right, Bucky, safe travels back. Have a good week. We'll talk to you on Wednesday on Huddle Up, and let's enjoy this one for 24 hours. Then it's on to the Lions.
Hey, protect your kneecaps. They're biting kneecaps and ankles up in Detroit.
Apparently so.
Got to be ready for Dan Campbell and the fighting Dan Campbells.
Pretty good team, right? I mean, they're getting better.
No, look, they're playing a lot better. And everyone will tell you this when you talk to scouts and coaches that have played them. Maybe the most physical team that they play. So this will be an interesting test going on the road.
All right, road game in Detroit coming up. We'll talk to you, Bucky. That's NFL Network analyst, Jaguars field analyst, Bucky Brooks. Back with more of your calls, 355-NFL-1, 355-6351. This is the Scoreboard Show on Jaguars Radio.
Brooks Rehabilitation is hiring nurses who want to be empowered as advocates, educators, care coordinators, and leaders in exceptional patient care. They have open RN, LPN, HHA, and CNA positions across their inpatient, skilled nursing, and home health care settings. Join their nationally recognized team, where you'll serve as a central team member doing what you do best, providing exceptional patient care. Apply at careers.brooksrehab.org.
Decisions are a part of our everyday life. Whether you're building a football team or building your education, your success is built on the decisions you make. So choosing J-Tech as your career training destination should be a no-brainer. With small class sizes, dedicated instructors, job placement assistance, and financial aid available for those who qualify, J-Tech is praised as a good choice by our graduates. Learn how you can build your career the right way by visiting jtech.org for more information.
Unlock your potential at the University of North Florida. A top public university with more than 100 majors, UNF is number one among state schools for the highest percentage of graduates employed in Florida. Affordable tuition, programs in high-demand fields, and faculty who care. Swoop into your future at UNF. Visit unf.edu to learn more.
Travel Camp RV, official RV dealer of the Jacksonville Jaguars, invites you to come shop their huge selection of inventory for your dream RV. With locations across the Southeast, you're sure to find them close by. Get value pricing on the top RV brands in the country, paired with the guaranteed best financing options available. You can also shop their inventory at travelcamp.com. Travel Camp RV has helped more families make more great memories in an RV since 1982. They're excited to add you to the Travel Camp RV family today.
Restaurant Orsay is a bustling French-American bistro focusing on classic French techniques with their chefs incorporating a traditional Southern influence. Celebrate life's special moments, or just relax and enjoy their daily happy hour, weekend brunch, and nightcap on Friday and Saturdays from 10 until midnight. Restaurant Orsay, located in historic Avondale, 3630 Park Street. Visit www.restaurantorsay.com.
Veterans, you may have earned a variety of VA benefits. Did you know VA can help you further your education and pursue professional training? The Home Loan Guarantee Program can help you buy, repair, or adapt a home. VA provides housing support if you find yourself homeless or at risk of homelessness. And don't forget world-class health care. Learn more about these and other VA benefits. Visit choose.va.gov.
The Jaguars Scoreboard Show. Scoreboard Show continues right now.
Welcome back to Scoreboard Show, rolling along. 355 NFL1, the number, 355-6351. JP Shadrick, Mike Dempsey, Bucky Brooks out of here. Jaguars win it over the Ravens 28-27.
I really thought, because we've been busy, hadn't had the opportunity to do it, but I thought you'd come back with Scoreboard.
I was going to give it a little, a little time to marinate, and here we are. Yeah, you got it in. I like it. Scoreboard.
6:25.
Right.
I'm usually halfway home.
It was a weather delay. What do you want?
All right. Back to the lines we go, JP. They want to weigh in at 355 NFL1. Let us know what they think about the Jags' victory. We'll start next with Mark on the south side. Hello, Mark.
Mark, you're on the air. What's up? Mark. Hello, Mark. Mark going once. Mark is gone.
He's gone. All right, let's try Corey in Orange Park next up here on the Scoreboard Show. Hi, Corey.
Corey.
Hello?
You're on the air. Yes, sir. How are you?
Hey, awesome. So I'm just curious, when is the last time the Jaguars have won in the fourth quarter when they're down 2 scores against a winning team? I'll take my answer off the air. I just wanted to frame that question. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't
crack
know.
Research staff.
I don't know. What did you just see the number on? This is the first time the Jags have won a game when they trailed by 7 or more in the final minute of regulation?
Mike DiRocco, and actually part of our crack research staff gave this to me, but Mike DiRocco tweeted this per Elias Sports Bureau. This was the Jaguars' first win in franchise history when trailing by 7 or more points in the final minute of regulation. They were 0 for 183 in franchise history entering the day.
Honestly,
it's hard to believe.
Like at some point, you tie a game and send it to overtime, or as this case, you go for 2, but I guess not. So glad to break that streak.
The streak is over.
I cannot tell you how many times they trailed by double digits in the fourth quarter to a winning team and come back and won that game. So don't know.
This was a 9-point game in the fourth quarter. I mean, it was 2 scores. Jags offense had not done much all day.
Yeah,
and then, boom, here they come.
They went up by 9.
But,
hey, the way it worked out, JP, had they won this game 20-10, and maybe Travis Etienne did play and he had 130 yards, and that would have been great, and we all would have been happy with the victory. The way this played out couldn't have been better. Just couldn't have been better to put Trevor Lawrence in that situation and then put him in that situation again and have him come through both times. No timeouts, driving it down the field, need touchdowns, going for 2. We're going to try to win it or at least take the lead right here. The drama of that fourth quarter to take that on and for him to complete 29 out of 37 with a lot of that pressure going on in the fourth quarter. Great stuff.
And big throws, like pinpoint throws in some tight windows in big moments down the field, and some nice catches on the back end of those, too, to get a foot in or an ankle in or whatever it is to make the play. And Zay running the great route on the 2-point play and making the catch on a fastball. That was coming in hot. And Zay made a nice play on that ball to cap off a career day.
Had a lot of practice today, didn't he?
Career high catches, career high yards for Zay Jones.
No doubt. We had that one game earlier this year where he catch like 10 for 85, right? Mm-hmm. And you thought, oh, that's great. That's fantastic. That's a massive contribution. This was a little bit bigger today. Richard in Orange Park is next up here on the Scoreboard Show. Hi, Richard.
Hey.
What's up?
Nothing much. I was at that game. for the final touchdown, I called 4 for 4 of what play they were going to run and who were they going to throw to.
Really?
All right. Maybe they should put you on the staff.
You were 4 for 4. That's pretty good.
I'll take it.
What did you, so what else would you have called had that play not worked for the touchdown there?
Excuse me? What did...
If the touchdown to tie it there at the end had not worked, what else would you have called on the next play?
That we would have lost.
That was it. It was all on that play.
It was all over.
It was either going to be that or nothing.
Okay, that's fair.
Richard, we're glad you got the victory and, maybe a future in play calling, JP.
Yeah. Look out, Press Taylor.
All right, there you go.
This guy's coming after you.
I think he's probably safe for a few years, but happy to have him on board.
All right, let's take a timeout. Our final break. We're back in a moment. Our final thoughts. The fifth quarter's coming up. Those guys are ready for action after the weather delay earlier today. Jaguars win 28-27 over the Ravens. This is the Scoreboard Show on Jaguars Radio.
You're beyond busy. Between work and the kids, the dogs and the cat, let us help. With Publix Delivery powered by Instacart, you'll get the items you need from the store you know. Just shop online, select the time you'd like your order delivered, and grocery shopping is done, giving you more time to take care of everything else.
Publix Delivery, powered by Instacart. Visit Publix.com/delivery to shop now. That's Publix.com/delivery. Item prices vary from in-store prices. Service fees may apply. Available in select zip codes. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Are you suffering from shoulder pain? If you have clicking and popping in the shoulder joint, persistent pain that intensifies with use, an inability to lift your arm over your head, or a tingling, burning sensation in the shoulder, elbow, or wrist, waiting to see a doctor could make your injury worse. Baptist Health and Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute have innovative and effective treatment options available right now to relieve your pain and restore your mobility. Don't wait. Call 904-JOI-2000.
Hi, I'm Chef Justin Timnery, Florida's culinary ambassador. If you've enjoyed preparing fresh from Florida recipes, then you're going to love the Fresh from Florida Club. As a member, you'll be able to search and save delicious recipes, create custom menus, and ask me your cooking questions. Each month, you'll also get a list of what's in season, so you can make your family the freshest meals possible. It's free and easy to sign up. And best of all, you'll be supporting Florida's farmers, ranchers, and fishermen. Join the club at followfreshfromflorida.com today.
If the last couple years have taught us anything, it's to show the ones we love how much we care. That's why Pet Paradise calls you by name from the moment you arrive. Why our pack leaders know each and every friend you like to play with out on the turf. And that you like some snuggles before you fall asleep. The more we see and get to know you, the more you'll see how much you mean to us. Pet Paradise. It's a new day in pet care.
At Tropical Smoothie Cafe, one taste and you're feeling good now, smiling wider now, seeing brighter now, bucket dunking now, namasteing now, popping a wheelie now, living lighter now. You're on Tropic Time now. And on Mondays, try our Jaguars Duval Delight Smoothies for $2.99. And you're roaring louder now, end zone dancing now, sipping spirit now. You're on Tropic Time now at Tropical Smoothie Cafe.
Hey, Jaguars fans, are you tired of being late to the game because you're stuck in traffic or circling the lot looking for a place to park? Well, join the thousands of other Jags fans who already know the smartest way to get to TIAA Bank Field is on the JTA Game Day Express. Shuttles run from 4 convenient locations around Jacksonville, including the Kings Avenue parking garage on the South Bank. Tickets start at just $10 and are available exclusively on the Token Transit mobile app. The JTA Game Day Express. It's like winning before the game even starts.
The Jaguars Scoreboard Show. Scoreboard Show continues right now.
Welcome back. Final moments here. JP Shadrick, Mike Dempsey. Jaguars win it 28-27, 4-7 record. Now 3 games back of the first place Titans in the division. 6 games to go. 2 of those head-to-head against Tennessee. And here we go. Maybe they found a little bit of a spark. Next week it's on to Detroit, Mike, to face the Lions, who've found a little bit of a spark themselves.
They have. They've been playing better football, been winning some games, and could have beaten Buffalo. I mean, they were right there with them, right? And really, that game
had the lead.
Yeah, had the lead. Could have easily been an overtime game, all, different circumstances. So they're going to be very confident with the Jags coming in. I don't think the Jags are going to take their eyes off the prize. I think, this is step one. This is not like, hey, celebrate, we came out of the bye with a win. I mean, every time you hear them talk, JP, they're buying that company line about we can get on a run here late in the season. I mean, Foye Oluokun, I thought it was very interesting with Bucky Brooks in the postgame, just basically like, hey, man, we got a lot of mistakes out there to clean up today. And that's a great attitude to have. Maybe inside the locker room they're a little bit more boisterous about it, but they're taking a kind of a business-like approach to it. And if you take that up to Detroit, there's no reason you can't go toe-to-toe with the Lions. So let's get a second win in a row here and see how 5-7 looks. Maybe, who knows? I don't know who the Titans have next week. I know we'll be pulling hard for the Pittsburgh Steelers on Monday night against the Indianapolis Colts right now, though, with the Jags picking up a game on the other two teams in the division today. We got one more on the line.
Let's do it, yeah.
Yeah, I know you're going to dig up that Tennessee
I've got
schedule. 355 NFL 1. Vincent Yulee gets last word today on the Scoreboard Show. Hi, Vince.
Hey, guys. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Good deal, good deal. Hey, listen, I was at the game with my daughter and my son, and we had a great time. The energy in the stadium was amazing. It's always good to see the Jags win. It was a heck of a win, so we're super pumped.
It's awesome, brother. I love it. It's great that you're bringing your daughter. You're starting a new generation of Jag fans out there. But, look, it's tough when it's close but no cigar seemingly every time out, man. It's nice of you to be able to hang in there and get paid off with a win today.
Oh, absolutely. Listen, I've been a season ticket holder for a long time, and we've seen a lot of losses. So these wins are super, super special, and we had a great time for sure.
How excited are you about the game that Trevor had today, Trevor Lawrence?
I thought he had a great game, just like all the other fans that called in earlier. I have my doubts sometimes about him, but he had a heck of a game. He came through for us and won.
Yeah, got the W at the end. That's the one that matters the most. Thanks for the call, man, and thanks for coming out. Appreciate it.
All right, there he goes.
He's out. Jags win it, 28-27, and hey, that's what it takes, man.
What a great way to go to your with your daughter, right? I mean, there are wins, and this is a game, especially even if they don't run the table here, right? If they win 3 more of their last 6, and they finish 7-10, but with momentum in the second half of the season, and you look back, and if Trevor Lawrence uses this as a springboard and keeps stacking these games, JP, I mean, we're going to look back on this potentially as a very big moment or series of moments in his young career.
All right, Jaguars today, tomorrow, 10-12.
DG going to join me, Tony Smith. Hopefully, he was under the weather today. Hope he's feeling better out there if he's listening. And Victory Monday, baby. Can't beat it. David Garrard, myself, Tony Smith, we're going to be taking all your calls from 10 to noon on 1010XL.
All right, drive time tomorrow on Jaguars.com. Brian Sexton, John Ogier on that one. And, of course, happy hour 4 to 6. Pete Prisco and Tony Baselli will have plenty to say about this ball game. That's on 1010XL AM. Jaguars.com and Jaguars social media, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Our thanks to the Fortunatos. Joe on the audio now, Linda on the audio all day long. In fact, again today. Thank you for stepping in there today and taking the phone calls in the final hour. Our entire Jaguars.com video crew helping us out on the digital side today. Well, the Jaguars got it done. A wild lead change game back and forth throughout the second half especially. Jaguars win it 28-27 over the Ravens. The 5th quarter is next. This is the Scoreboard Show on Jaguars Radio.